Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Rachel Roller. Well, parents have started to speak out against the promotion of a woke curriculum in their children's school. They say this is indoctrination of pupils and is a nationwide problem. Joining us to discuss this topic, our White House correspondent, Emerald Robinson. Also from the Heritage Foundation, Jonathan Butcher. And then author of the upcoming book, Woke Inc. Inside Corporate America's Social Justice System, Vivek Ramaswamy. Welcome to all of you to Wake Up America. Vivek, I'll start with you. Many are arguing that young kids are not seeing matters in the world through the scope of race. Children often filled with innocence, love in their hearts. And now, with this being forced into the curriculum, what do you see the consequence being?
Yeah, so I think the consequences are we are polluting the minds of the next generation. This business about wokeism used to be about challenging the system. Today, it is the system. And not only has it infected corporate America and our universities, it is now trickling down to our elementary schools, ultimately forcing kids to see each other as the essentialized characteristics as they're born with, their race, their gender, rather than their character. And I'll tell you this. Our diversity as a people means nothing in absence of the shared values that we actually share in common. What I want to see more of in schools is teaching those civic values, those shared American values. Against that backdrop, our diversity is a beautiful thing. But what's happened over the last decade, and now it's spreading to our schools, is we have celebrated our diversity and our differences so much that we've forgotten exactly all of the ways in which we're the same as a people. That's the real problem. And I'm proud of the few parents who are actually willing to stand up, stand their ground, and state their opinion. Because what they're discovering is when they thought they were the only people in the room who thought what they did, when they're coming out, they realize that others can step forth with having the same opinion as well.
And it's not just not just parents. There's also now some educators and stories about educators surfacing that they don't fully agree with that push either. Let's take a look at this new report saying that the head of an elite Manhattan school that booted a teacher for ripping its anti-racism policies was then recorded admitting that it's been demonizing white people. So, Jonathan, I'll ask you, what did you make of that?
Well, I think this is an example of what's happening really around the country. I mean, there are schools using curricula teaching these ideas in California, Ohio, Illinois, North Carolina, as well as in private schools around the country, some of the most expensive private schools in terms of tuition that you can find anywhere. And they are teaching, as one curriculum in California does, that teachers should change the homework assignments to students based on the color of their skin, not on how they're performing in class. This should alarm everyone.